Hello, hello everyone. I swear my voice just gets higher and higher as I'm just like singing to y'all, but today's gonna be a fun video. We are unstuffing our cash envelopes from these past 2 weeks for the second half of the month of June. Payday is slowly approaching and I gotta unstuff to pay off my credit card so then I can restuff for the next month. My name is Taylor for any of those who are new, and this is Taylor Your Budget. All right, I probably do things very different than your traditional cash budgeter, those who use the cash envelope system, you know, zero-based budget, all that jazz. I do this thing called pay myself back. And quite literally, I am paying myself back for everything. So me and my husband charge everything to our credit card, get the points, and I actually created these cute little like just IOU cards essentially. And whenever we purchase something, we keep the receipt and I write the total and put it in the corresponding cash envelope. So yes, we will be going in and you'll kind of just see as I go on how we go ahead and tackle this. Because I keep very large bills in here, I did bring $30 in my little change so I can make change as I go and hopefully not have to. I don't know what I was saying. Let's go though. Okay, this month I actually did something a little bit different, so there should be like a max of like 2 ones. I usually do one like for every single purchase, but then it gets like kind of chaotic because I realize I have like 10 IOU slips I'm always adding up, so I'm doing things a little bit different, so we shall see. All right, first up, this binder is our variable expense binder, and so it is all things variable. Don't know what that, I know it, never mind, y'all just see. This is Conrad's personal spending envelope. He spent a combined of $71.09 on, you know, whatever he wants that didn't fit into a traditional category. I always round, so this time I'm rounding down to $71. And oh wow, this is actually perfect. I love it when it's absolutely perfection. So we have $71 going in the bank. And here's said bank. We have $10 remaining. I usually don't fill out the trackers, but I think today I might fill out the trackers, or at least for like this one, because it's just fun. Question mark? Exclamation point? I don't know, but we're gonna do minus 71, and that left us with $10 in his spending. Beautiful. Next is our Costco. We love going to Costco. It usually gets about $200 every pay period. So $400 for the month. That is probably excessive, but we get household items, a lot of our bulk drinks, so soda, energy drinks, that stuff like that, and all of our meat we purchase at Costco, and so we're there quite frequently. $233.13 was our total this time? Sure, let's go with that. So we have 220, 230, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, maybe I won't need my money. I usually am never this lucky, so that is fantastic. Now this method I've noticed does not always work. Does not work for everyone, and there has been some months where this hasn't even really worked for Conrad and I, and that is because minus 233, and we have 205 left. Okay, 205. I've also noticed that there are sometimes that this doesn't work, and we are like over budget on some things, and so when that occurs we have to pull it from another envelope essentially to pay off the credit card. Credit card has to get paid off regardless, so if we have to pull from other categories, then that's what we're going to do. So that can get a little annoying, frustrating, whatever I guess the proper terminology for that is, but it can be definitely annoying, especially when Conrad likes to overspend on Pokemon cards. He's been cut off since, but this time we have been a little bit lucky in the sense of 115 plus 32, that is $299.60. That's going to round up to $300, and as you will see, we do not have $300, so we get to go into the negatives and find this money. All right, so I'm actually only going to do minus 276, and we have a big fat nothing, but we have 300 minus 276 minus 276. We owe $24. So what I usually do then is just grab something and I will just put that with Sharpie on the back, and we will be looking for money to pay that off. Why was it so much this month? We had Conrad's birthday, my parents were in town, my sister was in town, so that's why we have so much in our entertainment. And we really try to keep it to like 140, 150, sometimes it's 120. So that was bad. All right, and guess, I thought this was crazy that we only had this, but usually it's a lot more. And so I was actually surprised that it wasn't. We have a 94.31, so we're gonna do minus 94. Perfection. Let's see. Probably just going to give it 100. Bam. 100 minus 94, and I get $6 in return. Bam and bam. So we have 50, 100, 20, 35, 36, 37. So we have 137 left. I'll do 137. I don't even think you guys can see that because I have to like write sideways. It's just something about me. I don't know why it is, but it's just how I am. Groceries. All right. Let's see what we got. 38.69 plus 99.09. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So there's been some months, and not even just months, some like pay periods where we have definitely gone over our allotted like budget or idea, and we had to figure out where we were going to pull it from. Now we are, you know, kind of lucky in a sense where sometimes, like, you know, it's the end of the month. I have my my completed challenges that I may be able to use for that sometimes, and so that's really nice. Minus what do we have, 380. What is that? 520 minus 380, 140 left. Wow, I think it's like the lowest it's been in a minute. Okay, but I'm usually able to pull from that. However, for this time I went to the casino. I know, casino guys, sue me. Okay, I'm gonna have to give them $400 and we'll get 20 back. So 300, 400, and we get 20 back. Perfection. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, I think it's gonna happen again. Okay, I think I might just cut that out, but I just sneezed. If I did cut it out and you guys have no idea what I was talking about. I went to the casino and I actually won like a lot of money. So, that was able to cover a lot of my personal spending, and you know, I was able to purchase more things than I would normally, I would say. So that was kind of nice. Up next, that's it for our variable one. This is our short-term sinking funds. We pull from this, not pull from it quite often, but we are usually using lots of money towards it. We have nothing for beauty. Wow, go us. Nothing for car maintenance, clothing. Okay, we actually do have something in our clothes. We actually bought a lot of clothing, and I bought like a whole new summer wardrobe for work, but I was able to use my winnings, my casino winnings for it, so I didn't have to do much with that. So let's see what we got here. We have 60.40 plus 52.37. This is for drinks. Sometimes it's like coffee, sometimes it's alcohol. It could be just buying it from the store sometimes. It could be, sometimes it's like when we just go out for drinks. It really just depends. Sometimes we put alcohol we buy at the store in our grocery. It really, like I mentioned, depends. So let's get our little handy dandy thing. We're actually filling out our categories or our trackers this time. So we have, what's today's date? 6/28. That's what it is. So we're gonna do minus 113 and $113. That is a lot more than I would like to spend on alcohol sometimes, but 110, 11, 12, 13. And that leaves us with $56, which is perfectly fine because we usually put some money into it every paycheck, as well as I usually have like a mini challenge or two that gets added into there as well. Gym, nothing. I need to follow up with Conrad. Sometimes he does not give me all the receipts for that. But hobbies, nothing. As I said, I bought a bunch of stuff off Etsy, but I used my other funds. Nothing for hygiene, medical. I had prescriptions I had to buy. Well, obviously I had to pick up, so I have to purchase them. And that costs money. 628. We're gonna do minus, what is that, 43? 154 is what should be remaining, but let's go on and check. All right, I'm gonna put 45 in, grab 45. I'm gonna grab 2 back. I don't know why I did that, but we have 154. Perfect. For our medicals, copays. Oh, that actually reminds me, I need to pull probably like 50 out. I forgot I have a dental thing I have to pay for, fluoride. But medicals, anything from copays to, and I actually do have a copay, I just realized. I'm just gonna pull that out now. I must have forgotten to 124. I must have forgotten to check my debit card because that one gets charged to my on my debit. It's just like a reoccurring one I have. So I'm gonna grab 20. So we have 124. Okay, there we go. That's all up to date. And also, like I mentioned, it's also not like it's not perfect, right? Things sometimes get messed up. It is what it is. Okay. Conrad spent $156.19 on Pokemon cards. He only has $74. So we are taking all 74. 156 point. So 156 minus 74 because we're missing $82. So we need to find $82 as well. So you'll see now I'm $106 essentially over budget, out of my budget. Need to find the money somewhere because I'm not able to go back and fix that. So that's going to be it for my short term. We actually have I usually don't have much in our long-term sinking funds, but we do this time. And so let's go ahead and get that out of here. Alrighty-roo. We have anniversary, nothing, birthdays. All right, we have 128. We're gonna round up. Oh, this one's still my old ones. I ended up printing it on like thicker cardstock, so this one's not as great. Oh my gosh, we went over again. That's gonna be the story of our life this go around. All right, we have so what, 128 minus, so we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 1 and 2. So we do have $92. Just wanted to always double check. My math isn't always 100% correct. So we have 628 minus our 92, and now we have nothing in birthdays, minus 92. Unfortunately though, we are still missing $36. So we're gonna have to find this money somewhere else. Car registration, date nights. Yeah. $33 is what we spent on date night. Thank goodness we have it. 628, 30, did I say 33 or 32? 33. Minus 33 should be 53. Perfection. $35 going in. 1, 2 coming out. 53. Yes, indeed. Oh, okay. Nope, not gonna go. Okay. There we go. All right, gifts, enough, seasonal, enough, and soccer. 97. We had 2 soccer games that we went to this past pay period, and this is usually for like my ticket admission, and then like if we get drinks or anything at the game itself. So Conrad has season tickets to our local like Union Omaha soccer team, and so he usually does something there. $100 getting taken out. $2, but I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to grab a 5. So now we have 150, 170, 180, 185, 186. There we go. For a minute I thought that was off, and I was like, that doesn't look right. But no, that is perfectly perfect. And so yeah, that is our short-term one we have, and we have money we need to make up, ladies and gentlemen. So how much do we have in total? We have 24 plus 82 plus 36. So we were $142 basically out of our budget, and so we need to find where we're going to pull this from. First and foremost, I'm going to pull some out of our date nights because we did go on a handful, as they weren't like complete date nights. They were date nights enough. So I'm actually going to pull all of it. So I'm going to do minus 53. All right, we're pulling all of it, minus 53, and we have nothing left in date nights. Sad. Let's pull some out of gifts. Let's go ahead and we'll pull 50. 628 minus 50 equals $10. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to our variable. Conrad spent a lot on Pokemon cards. So we're going to take, what, the $10 he has? Sorry, man. Minus 10 equals... Oh, I guess I put the... whatever. That's fine. And then the 29 is going to then come out of my spending little envelope because I'm just so kind. No, I feel like, wait, is this 30? Yep, 30 going in, 1 coming out. Now I have $58 in my personal free spending. We have minus 29, and now we have 53. And that, my friends, is how I calculate all of my money, essentially. That's how I usually go about double checking. Now we'll see what we're taking to the bank. Do I have an actual number I'm looking for? Absolutely not. But first I'm going to take out the 30 that I first put in here. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30. So this is the money that I had put in there for change. So that's going off to the side. And let's go ahead and give her a count. I would say this should match my credit card statement, but it doesn't because some of these things we do buy with our debit cards, our credit card also takes on some of our subscriptions, and subscriptions are something I just always keep in the bank, as well as a couple of our reoccurring bills. So that's why I can't just like go off whatever our thing is. And I try not to like be too to the dollar, to the penny. If I get too into it, I kind of go a little bit crazy. But the money we are bringing back to the bank is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000, 51, 52, 53, 50, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 10, 20, 34, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, and $9 plus 9. So we will be bringing back, and by we I mean me, we'll be bringing back $1,679 to the bank. This is approximately how much we spent these last 2 weeks of June. I say, you know what, could be worse, could be a whole lot better, but nonetheless, we are not going into any more debt, and I think that, my friends, is the most important thing. That is going to be it for my video today. I hope y'all enjoy my fun little cash unstuffing. I will probably film a budget with me or like stuffing consolidation video. I might just tag it on the end of here, and if so, we are going to transition. And now, hey everyone, it is a couple days later from when I just filmed that first half of the video of me unstuffing my end of the June spending, and now I am back here to cash stuff for the beginning of July. I just got back from the bank. I just went and basically deposited all of my savings that I did my closeout, my June closeout video for, and so super exciting. I wasn't able to reuse some of those denominations. That's what I try to do to avoid going to the bank so much, is basically when I do my closeout video, I'll like get certain denominations and I'm usually able to keep them, so then I can reuse them, and then I go to the bank for all the other ones. Like obviously I have a bunch of like 1s and 5s, and I don't really cash stuff those in my cash envelopes, and so I basically brought back all my like all those lower denominations to get a bunch of like $100 bills. So yay, that is super exciting. And let's just jump on into it, guys. We are cash stuffing $1,590. It kind of bugs me that I didn't do even $1,600, but you know what? That's life. Let's go ahead, shall we then? I'm not going to refill out. I'm literally just going to be stuffing them. I am like taking a break in between some of my like videos. I'm like cross filming like 2 different ones at once, and so it's gonna be confusing because you're gonna see money in challenges you didn't think I had money in, and that's because I was cash stuffing them. So obviously this says 0, but you're like, Taylor, there's cash in there. I am fully aware of that. This is the money that got cash stuffed for my, what's it called? Reallocation. So I don't want to put 2 things in there usually, and so I just use the 1. So Conrad spending is getting 50. That added wasn't basically just added bonus, and so I cash stuff not based on like how much they usually get. I usually put my set amount, especially in this variable spending, and it usually doesn't get much anyway. Costco is getting additional $200. That'll make it have 505 or 405. Yep. Entertainment is getting 150 today, so 150 going in. Beautiful. You'll notice after you watch like 1 or 2 of my like cash stuffing my paycheck videos, you'll notice rather quickly that I'm just gonna do a $100 bill. I basically stuff the same amount every single time. And yes, some months I have a lot of rollover, and some months I have like none. So it really just depends. And so like groceries, right now I have like $140 buffer, which is always nice because nowadays with groceries, you really never know what to expect. $40 for household going in, and then I'm going to reorganize this, and I might even film a condensing video because for this video I really just like threw in a bunch of lower bills, and so I'm going to see if I can cash condense. But yay, that is done for my variable expenses. Okay, next up is my short-term cash envelopes. Perfect. And like I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned actually, but I'll be updating the trackers after. Beauty is getting 200. Always does every single time. So adding 200 there. Car maintenance is getting, now I can't remember, of course. I think it's getting 40 or 20. I think it's getting 20, not 40. That's a little crazy. Clothing is getting 100. Drinks is getting 20. Gym is getting 20. Hobbies gets 50 every single time. Always beat it a 50. Hygiene is getting, is it a 50 or 100? I think it's a 50. Medical's 100? That sounds right. Actually, I probably gave them both 100 now that I think about it. There you go. Pokemon cards gets 50. Ow, I got a paper cut. This is what I get for being so like nonchalant and being like la-di-di-da, cash stuffing. What did I get? As you can tell, those ones slightly determine or slightly change, but not by much. All right, next up you'll basically see we have 10s and then 2 20s left. Shocker. I wonder what's gonna happen. Anniversary gets 10. Birthdays actually doesn't get jack squat. Okay, nothing for there. Nothing. Car registration gets a 10. Date nights, it gets a 10. Gifts gets a 10. Seasonal gets a 10. And soccer gets 40. And just like that, guys, short and sweet cash stuffing. I'm going to update my trackers off camera. And that, my friends, is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed me unstuffing and restuffing for the new pay period. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day and night and week ahead. And most importantly, happy savings. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Bye.